and thank you so much for hosting me at the Georgia Power headquarters here in Atlanta. Very exciting to be able to meet with you today. This is an exciting time for Georgia Power. It's the completion of the Vogal project. My goodness, and I think about the industry, I think about, quite frankly, other countries across the world, how big a deal that this is for everybody. What does the completion of the Vogal project mean to Georgia Power?
Oh, wow. Well, first of all, Maria, thank you so much for being with us today. Yes, this is such an exciting time for Georgia Power, for Southern Company, for the state of Georgia, and for the country. Completing Vogal Units 3 and 4 has been quite a journey and is so meaningful to so many in our state. Certainly Georgia Power serves about 2.7 million customers, and being able to provide clean, safe, reliable, and affordable power 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from Vogal Units 3 and 4 is such a great resource for our customers.
And I know you didn't do this alone. So can you talk to us about some of the key partnerships that you worked with along the way to bring this great success?
Oh, Maria, you're right. We could not have done this on our own. We had so many strong partnerships along the way, starting with our Public Service Commission. The Public Service Commission here in Georgia has stood by us from the beginning all the way till the end. We also couldn't have done this without our co-owners. We have 3 co-owners: Oglethorpe Power, MEAG Power, and the City of Dalton. And in Georgia, we own several generation plants with them, but Units 1 and 2 at Vogal, we are also partners with those 3 entities, and Units 3 and 4 are very similar. And so they have been steadfast partners with us throughout the entire construction, and I'm very thankful for the strong partnership that we have with them. We also are very thankful for our strong partnership with labor. North American Building Trades has been by our side through thick and thin. And of course, these are the men and women who have constructed these units. During the pandemic, for example, when so many other construction projects were being stopped, our partnership with the building trades was strong. They understood that we needed to keep moving. And so we worked constructively with them and with the men and women who were at the site to make sure that they were able to work safely and effectively. And so I am forever grateful for those partnerships as well. We, of course, worked with a lot of suppliers. We had to essentially restart a nuclear supply chain. We had to work closely with the Nuclear Regulatory Commission and sort of restart a licensing process that had not been tested in decades. Exactly. So it's those partnerships as well as many others that helped us get to the finish line.
Well, building Units 3 and 4 here in Georgia was a huge infrastructure project, maybe even the largest in the United States. Tell me, what did you learn about not only just building nuclear, but just building large infrastructure projects?
The most important thing in a large infrastructure project is focusing on safety and quality. And again, these units are going to run for the next 60 to 80 years, and ensuring that they are built right, that they are built safely and correctly was the most important thing. And all of us who were involved in this, all of the partners that I mentioned earlier, we were all united in this belief. Additionally, it has to do with communication and ensuring that everyone is communicating as transparently as possible and that we are benefiting from lessons learned.
That's wonderful. And it also tells you the importance for us to continue to build and get better at it.
That's right. That's right. The more we do, the more we learn. It's a very common understanding that there's kind of a first of a kind and then an nth of a kind. And after you learn a lot of lessons, and you're able to construct and operate units even more effectively and efficiently.
So there's been a lot of reporting lately that says the era of flat demand is over, and that the growth in demand is very significant, and not just here, but literally in all of the areas of our country. Now, as you look ahead, I know you think of things like AI and data centers and all these industries that really want clean energy.
You're exactly right, Maria. It's exciting to be bringing on these units that are each over 1,000 megawatts. In fact, together they're 2,200 megawatts, enough to serve over 1 million homes and businesses. So we needed a large amount of energy, and I'm really thankful that now when our state is growing so quickly that we have the benefits of this clean, safe, reliable, and affordable nuclear energy. The state of Georgia is benefiting greatly from increased economic development, and we are growing in the manufacturing arena. Lots of different industry is being attracted to Georgia. And you mentioned AI and data centers, and of course we're very excited to be adding a lot of those to the state of Georgia's economy as well. To be able to serve that kind of demand increase with clean energy, nuclear has to be a part of America's clean energy future. And again, we're very excited to be bringing units 3 and 4 on at Vogtle. I do hope that nuclear, whether it's small modular reactors, maybe it's another AP1000 somewhere, can be a part of our fleet going forward. It's really important that we have these large baseload energy sources to be able to provide the demands that these large manufacturers and data centers need.
Well, it's wonderful that you took the lead and showed the way to all the others.
Wow, I think it really was about the fact that we kept our customers at the center of our thinking all of the way through this project, recognizing that this plant, Vogal Units 3 and 4, would provide clean, safe, reliable, and affordable energy to our customers for the next 60 to 80 years. And recognizing that this is such a long-lived asset with so many benefits to our customers and the states really kept us focused.
Well, you and I both started our careers in engineering, and I remember that you were actually an engineer at Vogtle 1 and 2. How exciting is that? Earlier in my career, I worked in a control room at one of the power plants. So I'm going to ask you a question that I often get asked, and that is, what would you tell a student today who might be thinking about going into some STEM areas? Maybe it's engineering, maybe nuclear engineering. What advice would you give?
So Maria, I would tell anybody who's interested in STEM or engineering to please go for it. We need more engineers, we need more scientists in the world to help us solve the energy challenges, the climate challenges that we're all working to solve. I work in the energy industry and I haven't designed any equipment in a long time, but that solid foundation, I believe, was really important to my career here at Southern Company, and I hope that we continue to have many more engineers in the future who can help us again make the world a better place.
Well, that's wonderful. And thank you, Kim, so much for your leadership, for the leadership of Georgia Power, the leadership of Southern Company, for taking on this challenging journey, succeeding, and bringing this volume of clean energy to the United States. Thank you so much for your leadership.
Well, thank you very much for yours as well. And NEI is so important to this industry, and really appreciate all that you do for all of us.
Thanks.